The city of Fargo is looking to expanding a current law regarding where you can park your summer and winter machines when you're not using them. From snowmobiles to jet skis, people have a lot of big toys. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. If you happen to store those toys in a trailer in your front yard, you might soon be breaking the law in Fargo.
And city leaders are looking to update an ordinance dealing with where you can actually park those trailers in front of your home. Valley News Team's Krista Baim is here with a closer look at what's prompting the move. Krista?
Mike, Steph, this ordinance relates to public and sanitary nuisances. And when we asked how people felt about being told where they can park their winter and summer gear toys, our Facebook page blew up, many voicing opinions on how far a city can go. So we looked into it. Right now, the ordinance says you can't park motor vehicles in your front yard. After receiving a few complaints, the City Commission is looking to expand that to include trailers in the front yard too. The ice house and snowmobile you see here would actually be in the clear. The city's attorney says it only involves trailers parked in your grass that would potentially get towed.
And then people now complained about trailers because they were having the same issues with trailers, because sometimes trailers will have snowmobiles or vehicles on them that can leak oil or leak fluids, and then it gets onto the yards and those types of things.
Mayor Mahoney says the easiest solution to this is to park your trailers in a backyard or side yard on a cement surface. The commission gave the expansion initial approval. A second reading and final vote will come in 2 weeks. Steph?
All right, Krista, thank you. If you have any questions or concerns regarding where you're able to keep all your seasonal gear that you put on a trailer, call the city. We've posted contact information on our website. And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook for stories like this and many more, to follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day.
A 21-year-old male is in the Perham Hospital tonight after the car he was in was hit by a train. Police told me about an hour and a half ago that the car got hung up on the railroad tracks on the west side of Perham. The Burlington Northern Santa Fe train struck the car around 7:30 tonight. Rescue crews took the injured man to the hospital where his name and condition are not being released. A 22-year-old Wahpeton man will serve more than 30 years behind bars in a child porn case that's the first of its kind in North Dakota. Dustin Coleman was sentenced to 32 years in prison and a lifetime of supervision following his release. That's for possessing and producing child pornography and extortion of those sexually explicit images and videos. Coleman used a Facebook alias to gather information on young girls and free messaging apps to threaten them. He said if they didn't comply, he'd post sexually explicit pictures and videos of the girls on social media. The sextortion investigation began when Coleman's former roommate in Wahpeton found the images and turned them into police. If you need help uncovering fraud or corruption in your community, call our whistleblower hotline. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it. The phone number's on your screen, 701-237-6576. Call that number and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth.
A local council is calling out North Dakota leaders, saying the massive train explosion in West Virginia is their fault. A train that was carrying North Dakota crude derailed, catching several nearby homes on fire. Members of the Dakota Resource Council say that they need to make sure oil is safe before it's put on trains, or this will keep happening. Since a massive derailment near Castleton, new operating standards now require conditioning equipment to reduce the volatility of oil, but some believe it's not enough.
I found out it was the newer cars that were supposed to be more built to take this crude oil and it be safer. Didn't matter. They blew up anyway. So it's the product. It has nothing to do with the rail car as far as I'm concerned.
Now, in response, Governor Jack Dalrymple released a statement saying the DRC is either uninformed or they choose not to acknowledge the state's progress to ensure crude oil is as safe as possible to transport.
One city in the area has seen a significant drop in the number of critical violations at eateries. Restaurants we spoke to say the Clean Plate Award is incentive to tidy up any dirty ways. Valley News Team's Christina Craig spoke to health officials to see what they say about the drop in tonight's restaurant report card.
TNT's diner in West Fargo is completely spotless. In the two most recent FargoCast public health environmental inspection reports, their slate was clean, winning this week's Clean Plate Award.
They do get excited about being the Clean Plate and getting the Clean Plate Award if they're recognized by that, because there isn't too many Clean Plate Awards handed out.
Health Director Grant Larson tells us as a department, the inspectors are there to teach and help establishments know how to keep their restaurants squeaky clean. And that hard work then leads to positive recognition.
So they do like that, and they do try to strive to maintain that goal, not only in the media eyes, but also in the health department eyes, as far as, you know, meeting the requirements.
And many eateries tell us social media also plays a big part in the restaurant world. You can easily share a story or leave a comment that could give a lasting impression.
Reputation precedes any kind of advertisement sometimes, and they want to make sure that they have a good reputation, not only for their food, but their cleanliness.
And that's where we come in. Recently, when we've pulled health reports, more and more restaurants are showing fewer strikes against them. It's a change some restaurant owners say they're making in hopes to be recognized. In West Fargo, Christina Craig, Valley News Live.
Now, another place winning the Clean Plate Award is PetroServe USA off Main Avenue in West Fargo. Since a dirty inspection back in 2013, they've cleaned up their act. For a full list of restaurant reports, visit our website, valleynewslive.com. Here's an invitation for tomorrow morning. Check out the Valley today. Both Lisa Bedeau and Christy Larson tested out a unique new salon in the Valley. Watch from 5 to 7 tomorrow to see their makeover and hear their review of Blow.
A Grand Forks bar owner asked city leaders tonight, where does it end? Mike McManamy's comments were made as the city considers 2 new proposed bar ordinances. One of them would outlaw McManamy's Tavern 3-for-1 drink specials. The other proposal would make homeowners and landlords more liable for underage drinking at house parties. The co-chair of the committee that came up with the new ordinance said that they're trying to create a healthier culture. Several bar owners have already come out against them, saying the council was interfering with their businesses. The council delayed any decision and will hold a public hearing on March 2nd. A public hearing on the issue then will, like we said, be held on March 2nd.
Since the 75-cent toll bridge has been removed from 12th Avenue North Bridge connecting Fargo and Moorhead, traffic has doubled. 1,600 vehicles used the bridge the day before the toll was dropped. The following day, that number jumped to more than 3,000. Fargo and Moorhead took possession of the bridge from private owners earlier this month, following a long court battle. The toll had been in place since the bridge opened back in 1986.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with No Wait Weather.
Yeah, it's brutal cold out there already. Yeah, 6 below zero. It isn't even midnight yet, and the wind
blowing.
Yeah, there's enough wind to really make things bite out there. So please bundle up, and by morning things don't improve too much. Let's get right to what's going on outdoors right now. 6 below, feels like 27 degrees below zero, and a north-northwest wind is blowing at 15 miles per hour. Here's a peek at what's going on throughout the day today. We had dashes of snow make their way through thanks to gusty winds kicking up those recently fallen flakes. And, boy, the visibilities were really suffering as a result of that wind-blown snow today. Now, as heading into the evening hours, we still have some wind, but not quite as strong as we had earlier. Temperatures now range from 12 below in Bemidji, 9 below Grand Forks and Devils Lake. Valley City, you have 6 below zero, and it is 8 below right now in Detroit Lakes. Wadena, 9 below. It's cold out there. Factor in those winds that are averaging 15 to 20 miles per hour, and it's between 30 and 40 below up north, with Badette, the big winner, at 35 below. With wind chills this cold, exposed skin can freeze in about 10 to 15 minutes. And if it gets much colder than this, it can be as little as 5 minutes. So no exposed skin, no earlobes hanging out, or gloves. Definitely something that you'll want to make sure you have on. Now, the radar is really quieted down as the gusty nature of the wind has settled down. It's not picking up as many snowflakes, but you get an open country, and there is a chance that we still will see some snow making its way, especially down to the south where the wind kicked up that snow from the north and pushing it south tonight. Now, here's your hour-by-hour forecast. We're going to pause this overnight. If you have an opportunity, look to the north. We had reports and pictures shared with us, so we'll show you in a moment, of the northern lights last night. We have an indication that we could be seeing more of the same tonight. So if you do get out, get away from the city lights, look to the north, usually at an angle of about 10 to 25 degrees up above the horizon. You may see the emerald green glow taking place. As you go through, though, bundle up. We're going to have wind chills down around 30 below and temperatures of the air between 10 and 20 below. Rise and shine. We'll have temperatures generally 10 to 15 below here in the Southern Valley. Wind chills 30 to 40 below region wide. Dangerous wind chills. Make sure you have the full tank of gas. Make sure that you have the survival kit in your vehicle. And that should include something to stay warm should you not have the reliable heater in your vehicle. Now, as we go through the midday hours, temperatures rise, but not very much. We'll see the single digits below zero continuing with wind chills almost throughout the day at 25 below region wide. Now, that wind will be gradually decreasing late in the day, and that's a good sign. We may even see temperatures near zero in our far southern counties in places like Lidgerwood and out towards the Grant County area and Wendell. I think it will be below zero all day for the vast majority of us, though, with temperatures quickly plummeting. It looks like Wednesday night into Thursday, for Fargo anyways, could be the coldest night of the season thus far. Wind chill advisory for everyone. It looks brutal. Overnight, temperatures will dip down in the teens below zero. Northwest winds causing those wind chills to be down around 35 below in the first hours of the day. Then temperatures rising but not peaking above zero and always stay sub-zero with wind gradually decreasing late in the day. Planning forecast, sub-zero readings for almost everyone in southeast North Dakota. Maybe a place or two gets up to 1. Temperatures elsewhere below zero. Even as cold as 10 below in isolated locations for your drive home. A brutally cold day. Here's a look. Thanks, Tracy Hayes, for capturing this near Park Rapids last night. A chance of those northern lights once again tonight. Planning forecast shows that brutally cold Wednesday. We're talking about 18 below with 5 above your high, and it does look like some warm weather with flakes on Friday. Back into the deep freeze on Sunday at 16 below. So,
Wow, that is deep.
it is.
All right, thanks, Hutch. Still ahead tonight, find out how to properly treat a cold.
But first, learn what craze has been added to some energy bars.